Carlisle as well. I've never seen so much splashing in two lanes. Brewer is cruising out in front. Ursula Carlisle is still thumping the gumboots into second place. Now where's Forbes? He's at the tail of the field. His old woolen costumes are down around his knees. He forgot to wear his belt. He's struggling, but he knows he's got to get to Ursula. He needs her support.
Our last award for the evening is the Terry Buck Memorial Ascot New South Wales 2008 Coach of the Year. This award last year was first presented as the Terry Buck Award, and we're going to keep that tradition going. The winner of this award is a mate of mine. He's very dedicated. He has a great swim team, and it deserves it fully. It's Tony Shaw from SOPAC.
When you think back to the early stages of your coaching career, could you ever imagine that you would be acknowledged by all the coaches in New South Wales?
Well, I think it's always been a goal, and I've had some great friends that have won the award. Terry Buck, the late Terry Buck, Gary Winram, and in particular a very close friend of mine, Dougie Frost. And it's always been a goal of mine to win this award and to win it 2 years in a row.
And the fact that it's been named the Terry Buck Award must add a little bit of...
even more special. Even more special. A great man lost early.
What's the secret to good coaching?
Hard work, commitment, and whatever you demand of your athletes, make sure you do the same thing and be there for them.
It's about ready for this. I think it's 400, I haven't checked the time, maybe 350. But we'll go through the field first of all, and we might have a look at prices as well. In lane 1, we've got Lynn Elliott. Classy performer, she's a hard worker. And she'll have the rest of the field in their place, you can bet your bottom dollar. In lane 2 is Tony Shaw, the Don of New South Wales swimming. Former Rat Pack member. He rose to the top as former leaders were taken out or retired. Tony's fairly long odds at this stage. In lane 3 we've got Ursula Carlisle. As usual wearing gumboots as she comes out onto the pool deck. What a constant performer over many, many years. And as always, right behind Ursula in lane 4, Forbes Carlisle. What a champion. What a superstar. Qualified by protesting to the referee and having all of his opponents in the heat disqualified. Forbes at this stage is 33 to 1. In lane 5, the hot favourite, 2 to 1 on, Graham Brewer, Moscow Olympian. In lane 6, Graham Grub Carroll. What a specimen of
You're on that, Grub?
Get up on the block. He won't be old style, he's a real surf swimmer. He'll try and talk his way to the lead. In lane 7 we've got Chris Myers, wearing the black and gold of Blacktown. He's a solid Westie who's sure to make a big splash. In lane 8 we've got Justin Rothwell, understudy to the Don, next in line to take over the leadership. Known to move around in the swimming pool underworld. He's had more clubs than Greg Norman. We have some quiet for the start, some quiet for the start. They're on the blocks. Off! Lynn Elliott got a nice efficient start in lane 1, 0.80 reaction time. Graham Brewer a magnificent start and he's come up in front. Ursula Carlisle has a big thumping kick. My God, she's still got the gumboots on. There's hardly any water left in lane 6 and 7 after spectacular belly flop starts by Grub Carroll and Chris Myers. What's this? Forbes Carlisle still on the block. He's arguing angry with the referee about the start, showing a 10-second reaction to it. Tony Shaw's stolen a bit of a break on the field, and Justin Rothwell is watching him like a hawk. Brewer and Shaw fighting out the lead at the moment. I'm sure that Shaw is ready to put out a contract on Brewer. Lynn Elliott is still working meticulously in lane one and wouldn't let any of them get away with their mad antics. Wow! Shaw stopped as if shot. He has been shot by Justin Rothwell. Holding a smoking gun in lane 8. Rothwell's been hauled out by the referee. Ralph Carroll has swung his big body across and crashed into Chris Myers, and then has given him a gobful as well. I've never seen so much splashing in two lanes. Brewer is cruising out in front. Ursula Carlisle is still thumping the gumboots into second place. Now where's Forbes? He's at the tail of the field. His old woolen costumes are down around his knees. He forgot to wear his belt. He's struggling, but he knows he's got to get to Ursula. He needs her support. There's no way he can catch Brewer, who's swimming past him now, going the other way. Oh, Forbes just threw out his arm over the lane rope and gives Brewer a stiff arm. Brewer's a mess. There's blood in the pool. Lynn Elliott has quietly swept to the lead. She's showing the boys a clean pair of heels, but she can hear the thumping kick of Ursula. She's doing a Thorpe. She's started up the outboard motor. Brewer bruised and bloodied is struggling but hanging in, and Forbes Carlisle cannot win. Brewer has struggled back to the lead, but Ursula is closing. They're heading for the wall. 15 metres to go. Brewer, Ursula, Brewer. My God, what's that? A black flash in lane 4. Forbes Carlisle has changed costumes with 50 to go. Speedo comes in.
Take that to the papers, Forbes.
That's pretty tough. We complain about water space and we complain about how many kids in the lane we've got. This coach swims out about 3 centres. At one centre she has 2 other coaches. She only gets 2 lanes. She's done a magnificent job, and the EAD Coach of the Year for Peter Leake is Jackie Parker.
Well, thank you very, very much. Obviously, an award like this can't be one if you don't have a swimmer that's going to put 110% effort into everything that you ask, and Peter's one of those kind of guys. And
with the advent of open water at the Olympic Games, Australia produced its first Olympian in the 10-kilometre event, and that was Kai Hurst. He also represented the World Championship. So without any worries, the Open Water Coach of the Year was Tracy Menzies.
Tracy apologises for not being able to come tonight. I know she'd be very proud of getting this award. She had a bit of a rough trot leading up to the Olympics with me being off sick and her pregnant, and I'm sure she'd like to thank Jim for his help throughout that period, but I'm sure she'd really appreciate this. Thank you.
Just threw out his arm over the lane rope and gives Brewer a stiff arm. Brewer's a mess. There's blood in the pool. Lynn Elliott has quietly swept to the lead. She's showing the boys a clean pair of heels, but she can hear the thumping kick of Ursula. She's doing a Thorpe. She's started up the outboard motor. Brewer bruised and bloodied is struggling but hanging in, and Forbes Carlisle cannot win. Brewer has struggled back to the lead, but Ursula is closing. They're heading for the wall. 15 metres to go. Brewer, Ursula, Brewer. My God, what's that? A black flash in lane 4. Forbes Carlisle has changed costumes with 50 to go.